Starting in trading is something that I would recommend anybody in the world to do. It allows you to make anywhere from $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even $10,000 every single day, or where I've made anywhere from $50,000 to even $100,000 a day with just 1 to 2 hours of dedication into the craft. But however, it's not something that is gonna come overnight. Obviously, making $100,000 in one day, it's not gonna happen in just a snap of a finger. For you to learn this skill set, it takes extreme dedication and a very strong mindset. And once you have mastered this skill set, there's absolutely no limit to what you can do and what you can scale your life to due to trading. And personally, for me to even see $1 in return from my investment into trading, it took me about 2.5 years. Literally took me 2.5 years to become a successful trader, or what I considered it was at the time. But however, it could have happened in a much shorter time. I could have easily become a profitable trader in the first 4 to 5 months if I would have avoided these deadly 4 points that I'm going to be discussing in this video right here. Which these deadly mistakes is what 99% of traders do when they get started in the industry. I'm a victim of it, and so is pretty much everybody out there that got started. And if you watch this video to the end, you're going to have so much clarity on what mistakes to avoid, and so much time is going to be saved. So that leads me to my first point, which is going to be only focus on one market. Yes, there's so many different markets out there to trade. You have futures, indices, forex, crypto, stocks, bonds, anything with a graph. Realistically, you can trade. But one of the biggest mistakes that a trader makes is called the shiny object syndrome. You see every market out there and you want to trade every single market out there because you think the more you trade, the more markets you're involved in, the more money you will make. And that is actually completely wrong. Less is more in this industry. I realized when I dialed in only one specific market, in one specific pair, everything completely changed for me. Because if you're focused on 100 things at the same time, you're simply not gonna have any growth. So one of the biggest points that I can say is stick to a market, whether it's futures, whether it's forex, whether it's cryptos, stick to one and do not leave from it. Give it some time for the strategy to develop and for you to have a learning progress with it. That way you can learn from your mistakes and you can see patterns happen in the market consistently, so then you can capitalize off of it. But you will never see a pattern in the market where you could capitalize off of it again if you're always switching markets back and forth. And just put this into perspective. Learning trading is like learning a different language. Every different market is like a different language. Let's say futures is English, indices is Spanish, crypto is Russian, forex is Italian. And let's say you're trying to learn all these languages at the same time. The probability of you learning any of these languages fluently is probably slim to none because everything is so confusing. So whatever language you think you're going to use most, whether it's Spanish because you're always going to be in Latin America, whether it's English because you want to move to the USA, just stick to that language. And once you master it, then you can move on to a new language. But don't focus on so many languages at the same time because you simply won't get them. It's just not going to work. So to keep it simple, pick one market. I picked the forex market, and thanks to that, I've been able to make $50,000, even $100,000 in one single day. And actually, to add it to that point, same way how you pick a language, you have to pick a teacher that's going to teach you that language, right? You can obviously learn online and you can watch e-courses, but those e-courses, somebody's teaching you. You have to pick one teacher so you can learn the language that way. So then you learn their accent, so on and so forth. It's the same exact thing with trading. Whenever you find your mentor, you find your teacher, you find your educator, whoever's going to teach you this new language of trading, stick to it. Just because this teacher either talks a little bit slow or maybe you don't understand them at first, give it a shot. I say always give a mentor or a teacher at least 6 months for you to understand and learn this new craft. Because remember, you're starting from ground zero. It's obviously going to be confusing at the beginning and it's going to be frustrating, but you can't just quit within the first 2 weeks and not give the teacher the benefit of the doubt. You have to find a teacher that relates to you, that motivates you, and that most importantly has results. Because that way they know what they're talking about, and then they're gonna know that what they're gonna teach you is going to make sense. So same way how you're going to stick to one market, you need to stick to one mentor. So you just shorten your learning curve so much, because I personally had about 8 different mentors and I did not become profitable until I didn't just stick to one. And I'm sure I could have stuck to any of the 8 mentors that I used at the beginning, but I never gave them more than 2-3 weeks of teaching to give the strategy a chance. But as soon as I got tired of looking for other mentors, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with this guy and see what happens. And would you look at that? After 6 months of consistent mentoring by this educator, I became a profitable trader. And this is not only my case. This is why when I get on my weekly calls with my students, I'm so consistent with them. Every single week I get on a call with the students and I break down my top 3, top 4 plays that I trade for the week to show them that the consistency is the key to success. Because a lot of other educators out there, they just, have a pre-recorded course and that's it. But I personally, I have a weekly mentorship call where I teach you not only how to trade, but then how to trade with me. And then we, talk about it in the Discord and stuff, because the real key to success here is the consistency and giving the strategy, time to play out and for you to actually learn how to use it into the market and how to capitalize with it. So now moving on to the next point, and this is something that I am a victim of when I started having what I consider was big results, and that is sticking to your trading plan. A lot of traders, they pass their first challenge, they flip their first account, they make their first dollars in the market, they get the feel of the money, and you feel like you're the king of the world. You feel like you're on top of the world, you're invincible. And it's probably one of the most deadliest moments that you can ever have in your trading career, because now that you've made some money in the market, you feel invincible. A losing streak is right ahead of you because you're gonna now approach the market with a different trading plan because you're getting comfortable. And now you lose a couple of trades, you lose your winning streak, and then now you're questioning your whole life, your whole existence, because everything went down the drain. So whenever you start making money in the markets, whether it's a lot or a little, do absolutely nothing. I get the question asked all the time. They're like, hey, I just passed my challenge, I got funded, and I'm on a 5th payout. What should I change to scale and get bigger? And my answer is absolutely nothing. You've cracked the code, you're already making money. Now, what's gonna take you to scale and to make more money and manage larger funds is simply time and, getting more challenges and accumulating more profits and compounding over time. But do not change one single thing that you have been doing for the last 6 months to a year or whatever time it is for you to get those results. That is the key to being consistent. Don't fix something that is simply not broken. And a lot of people think that the losses get people down. No, it's actually once people have that rise and they get hit with reality and then they fall back down. That's where they start re-questioning their whole entire existence and trying to now change strategy, change mentors, and it's just a downward spiral effect that could have simply been saved by just sticking to the plan. Don't fix something that's not broken. And now finally, my favorite one. There's no such thing as getting rich quick. I know a lot of these people on social media make it look so easy to make money by clicking a couple buttons. I am a victim of that. I remember when I started trading and I was looking at the profitable traders or the successful traders at the time, and I'd see them making $20,000, $30,000 a day. I'm like, damn, all I need is just 10% of that and I'll be happy. And the reality of the situation is that that's a lie, because once you do make those profits, you're never satisfied with, but that's a whole other conversation. The point is that stop trying to take $100 to $1 million. Obviously, I tried this and I, succeeded to a certain point, but I ended up blowing it. I took $100 to 300,000 in almost 3 months, and then I blew it. And I did that documented all here on YouTube to show you guys that it is not a sustainable type of market approach. Is it a reality? Yes, you can do it. Definitely the opportunity is there. It's not impossible, but it's not sustainable. So stop trying to get rich quick. The goal should be for you to learn the craft. And as soon as you learn the craft and you master it, you know everything about it, the money will come on its own, and I can guarantee you that. Myself, I was literally I just did that challenge, 100 to the million, just to show you guys that all you need is a profitable strategy. Once you have the profitable strategy, you can challenge yourself to do absolutely anything. So completely eliminate making money right away and focus on learning the craft and everything about it right away. And keep in mind, the person that I am today is not the same person that I was 5-6 years ago when I started trading. I was smoking weed, working at Dunkin' Donuts, waking up late. I just wasn't the same person. In order for you to become a profitable trader, as crazy as this might sound, you have to turn into a completely new person, because the habits that you have right now, the routine that you have right now, and your beliefs right now simply don't align with the requirements of becoming a profitable trader. And that's just the simple truth. The power of becoming a profitable trader and printing money from anywhere in the world where you want simply comes with a certain amount of skill sets, and it comes with a status that comes with it. Yes, anybody can do it, but you have to reach those status and those expectations that the market requires. So every profitable trader out there that you see, they've had to have a huge change in their personal life and their routine life. I can guarantee you that. And these are just one of my biggest deadly points that if I would have learned at the beginning of trading, I would have saved myself easily 1.5 years of endless questions, endless of doubts in my journey. And I really hope you guys have learned from this, because if you can just apply 50% of what this video teaches you, you will exponentially shorten your learning curve and the mistakes that you have made. Like, I have taken my students that literally know nothing from trading, and they start generating anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a week with my set and forget strategy in the first 3 months. Don't take my word for it. There's thousands of traders out there that are using the set and forget strategy on a day-to-day basis. We get on a call every single week where I explain to you the top pairs that I personally trade, and we trade together. You also meet other like-minded people. So if you want to know more about the set and forget strategy, and if you want to basically talk to me every single week and ask me any questions you want, make sure to hit the link in the description below. I have a video that explains to you what the set and forget strategy consists, because it might be a little bit intimidating at the beginning, seeing somebody make anywhere from 50 to 100K a day. But as crazy as it might sound, this has turned into the new normal, and students making anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a week is actually the normal inside the set and forget community. So if you want to know more about it, hit the link in the description below. Appreciate you guys watching all the video to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video.